professional. But yeah,
That's
stop.
alright. Good evening, guys. Just waiting for things to get on the show.
Yeah, let's just find the stream and share it out. But only 9 drivers thus far. So good.
Wow. Yeah, good for Jack, isn't it? That's fine.
Yeah, no viewers. So no, let's just chill.
Alright.
One person watching, mate. So let's shout it out. But yeah, 10 drivers. I don't think there's going to be any twos moves today. From what Zan's saying.
It's a man who's had 6 DNFs in the 10 races he's attended. Twos moves not on the grid with us today.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to find the correct threads.
Alright. Definitely gonna talk about Pine's paddock post. We'll talk about that in the quality session.
Plenty of time to be discussing things.
Yeah. Well, one thing I do want to discuss is what car are they going to put us into?
I'm not too sure. Might be Torosso. I think it is. We'll go Torosso. Can't see anyone driving that.
Can you take Kvyat?
What does it matter?
I don't like him.
So, Dan and hello Vortex. Whoever.
Hello Vortex, nice to see you joining us today.
Yeah, so I'll just share it on Twitter. Get Human Fish to retweet it.
Yeah, I think we're expecting Mr. Grumpy to also be tuned in, a former double-time champion in the Sunday League. One of the most experienced drivers on that site. Certainly clocked up the miles, as Big C has pointed out in his paddock post.
Definitely has to be a safe pair of hands. A good test driver.
And we're going to the track now, which some drivers were accused of using grip hacks many moons ago.
Indeed. So we're just waiting for the last couple of drivers. But yeah, not a great turnout, but I guess it's been the case across most of the leagues as the game comes to a natural climax.
Yeah, but when you've got 3 drivers battling for the title here, you know you're in for a thriller. And for everyone who's tuned in, well, you guys are in for a lucky show.
Indeed. So 3-way fight for the title. Folks getting the YouTube title looking good. Well, hopefully making it look good. But yeah, hello Fragglepool, a former F1 League points scorer. So
yeah, Fragglepool, also a former striker at a pro club's team known as Chunga FC.
Indeed, so Jack Wano and hello Fanis, former race winner and championship contender. So yeah.
Hello Fanis, former driver who bottled it at Belgium. Just thought I'd throw that in there just to give him a nice welcome.
Yeah, so the title contenders are Jack Lacey from Great Britain on 103 points, Oogie in the Ferrari from Pakistan on 100 points, and then Pine from Scotland on 96 points. So the title race is wide open going into the final race on the F1 2016 game.
And just as we're waiting for the lights to go out, Big C, championship finale, you've been in a few of these. How do you feel in that lobby? You're usually calm, aren't you? You've usually got people bubbling around. Or are you feeling those nerves? Are you staying a bit quiet this time?
It just depends on the situation, I think.
Yeah.
I think it gets more nerve-wracking in the qualifying session when you're on that crucial flying lap. But in the pie or lobby before, everyone's usually quite chilled.
I think I ask this question all the time, but I mean, for a race like this, I mean, you can just imagine what's going through some of their minds. But we'll talk more about that during the qualifying session. We don't want to use up all our content waiting for the start.
And yeah, hello Mr. Grumpy, good to see you here. Obviously a PSGL
Welcome,
champion and very experienced driver, and PSGL legend, I'd say.
Yeah, former double champion in the Sunday League, one of the most respected names on the site, Mr. Grumpy. Wow, let's hope he's not grumpy this season.
Hopefully not. But yeah, we should be getting underway, hopefully in the next couple of minutes. I think there's one person probably waiting for. But nice turnout. And yeah, well done Vortex on the F6 Constructors title with Tyler. So yeah, hopefully that's the first title of many, as perhaps maybe you move up the leagues. Move up to maybe a different league.
Yeah, and Zalan, we've got to keep an eye out for him. He had a really good race, didn't he, last time out in the Sahara Force India. It's not going to be with its pink coat, but
yeah, I think Zalan's been very impressive since he's joined the league. Certainly one of the best additions on the site in a while, and hopefully he'll be right up there on the next game and in the league, as we have 14 viewers here for the title finale.
Sorry about that, my mic cut off.
Yeah, alright, so yeah, predictions in the chat, who will win the title? That is the question as we get underway for the final time on F1 2016.
So there's 11 drivers on the grid, is that right?
Yeah, there is. I think Game Freak might be joining me right through, but we'll see.
Well, I don't know what kind of driver joins midway through, but
he wants to start at the back. But yeah, the final time, perhaps the final time for some of these drivers as they're fighting for their PSGL F1 careers, but it should be an exciting race.
So I'll take a little sip of water.
Yeah, I was getting a Pepsi already for qualifying.
Well, somebody's definitely not awake.
No, I am, but it gives me a bit more excitement, let's say.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what tyre option would people go for here. What would you go for, Big C? It could be a one-stop.
It could be, but I think balanced. You want those doubles, 2 super soft sets is what you want. And good evening, AMS, and good evening, Venom, who's always here in the chat.
Yeah, welcome to AMS, one of the more popular names from the Codemasters forum, if I'm correct. Yeah,
this is someone different, but that AMS guy used to own the site I now run, so...
Oh, well, that's the wrong one. Okay.
Yeah. Founders has got the popcorn. Yeah, good evening, Mike. So lots of viewers, all here for the title finale. So obviously, cloudy weather in qualifying and a cloudy race, obviously, as we are in a twilight.
And let's just run down the points again. So it's Jack Lacey leading standings on 103 points. Behind him is Time Razim on 100 points, and and M Pine on 96 points.
As Joliana Manu has already left, so we'll be seeing a restart of the lobby.
So hold your horses. If you're tuning in today, I'd recommend you make yourself a cup of tea, get some snacks, because this is going to be a thriller.
Take a toilet break, that sort of thing. Even the top
I'm pretty sure some of the drivers might be taking one after quali with the amount of nerves going through them this evening.
Yeah. So if you have any questions for Erin or myself as we have a little break until the lobby, fire away. If not, we'll just talk for the sake of it. But yeah, it's going to be a new lobby, because there was some disconnection or some sort of issue.
Check the Facebook, Big C.
Yeah, I'll check it shortly. And the next 2 months are going to be talked about. Well, Johnny, the game is out in 5 weeks, so I don't know about next 2 months.
Exciting times.
Yeah, 5 weeks until release, 5 and a bit weeks.
Yeah, so for a lot of drivers, this could be their last ever opportunity to win a title and then a prestige. Big C, you can't really send me messages like that, but yeah.
I didn't notice at the start. That's why I'm pleased start again.
That's all right. Wow, yeah. For a lot of drivers, this could be the last. I'm gonna have the giggles for this one, but it could be the last opportunity to win a title. How far back do we go? Season 6 was when Iran won it, and from there on, it was a mixture of Iran, Big C, and Ramco on one occasion. Obviously, Big C, the 7-time champion here, so whoever wins it today will displace him. Yeah,
obviously I've been champion for like nearly 800 days, so it's certainly going to be a different feeling.
But someone's a show off. I mean, Big C was a fine champion in his own right, but if you're talking about the People's Champion, if you compare it to the WWE, where The Rock was known as that People's Champion, it would be me.
Well, I don't know. We'll have to ask the people.
I mean, you wasn't too popular, was you? With
but that was my approach. I think I'm popular now. I'm out of the racing scene.
I guess sometimes. To Ferrari, and you kind of get a soft spot for him. So
Yeah.
maybe people are finally, you know, warm to you because, you know, after all these years, I certainly haven't.
Well, thanks for that.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, and going about the next season. Yeah, the next season 2 months, but you know, time to have a nice break. Because in PSGL, there's never any breaks. That was the main issue I think we both had. It was just start season after season after season.
And I think that retired me. I mean, it's quite similar. At Stoke City, he just couldn't take it.
Have you joined the lobby as well?
Yeah, just left. Yeah, I've joined.
And yeah, the team schools rooting for Timer Azim. So yeah, I think there'll be a lot of Timer Azim fans.
Yeah, hopefully we've got viewers tuning in from Pakistan. I'm sure he's got many friends and family that he would have that he would have sent the link to for today's race. So I know that quite often he's got a friend with him as well who often watches the races with him. So yeah, let's see if he can you know, win something from today.
Well, hopefully they can set the lobby up a little bit quicker, because these restarts do seem to be taking longer. It's got 17 viewers all waiting for the start of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Everyone
send
wants
us in your questions, guys. We're still waiting, so yeah.
So yeah, the constructors was wrapped up last race with Haas, the team of Jack Lacey and Maxi Luca taking the constructors title. So a new team waiting.
And that's good. We have seen some unconventional teams winning constructors championships. Have we seen Toro Rosso? Am I correct, Big C, under yourself?
Yeah, Toro Rosso, Sauber, Force India, Ferrari, Mercedes.
Yeah, so yeah. Will it be a Haas F1 champion, Jack Lacey, looking to make history here today? But so is Timer Azim and Empine.
Well, we've got 14 people in the lobby, so it looks like we're good to go once Game Freaker. And Vortex, I'm nowhere near as good as Noble, so that's...
Big C, get in your car.
No. Yeah, I may be 7-time PSGL champion, but Noble is the best on F1 games. I'm nowhere near that level, unfortunately.
I think Noble might be a West Ham fan.
Yeah, Noble is miles better than any PSGL driver. But he's obviously doing the McLaren simulator thing challenge.
But you know, the problem is, Big C, there's no comparison between the leagues. I mean, if you're looking for a league that embraces its community to the fullest, that has that lovely atmosphere to racing, it's PSGL.
Well, got a little bit toxic at times, but certainly this season I think it's been the least toxic it's been probably since season 6, maybe in season 7
but
or 8.
sometimes you need that drama.
Yeah, good luck, Oogie. And Michael or Fowler says, what is the secret to beating a Sauber sandwich? So obviously, you know, a Sauber sandwich is where, you know, you're in the middle and it's ear in ahead, then HD behind. Like, how do you get out of that?
Well, to get out of that, first of all, you can't rush into things. You've got to take your time, be patient. I'd probably just wait for the pit stops to do the undercut, to be honest, because there's no way you're going to get alongside them. And even if you go for an overtake, you know, and you know how sandwiches usually end up either in the bin or, you know, digested in the stomach. So.
Exactly, that's what Fanny says. You eat it. And who won the F6 Drive Championship? I have no idea, because I don't follow many leagues. Only F1 and F2 I really follow, because I'm usually busy. Oh, Venom asks, what games do we play, and what other games do you play other than F1?
So I play FIFA every now and then, and GTA, sometimes even Call of Duty, but I haven't touched that for a year. Just thought I'd slip it in there, you know, more games, obviously. What about you?
Yeah, so yeah, similar really. F1 and FIFA the main two, but I am a big, you know, just a big Nintendo fan, so, you know, Pokemon still play, so, yeah. The main
Temple Run on the phone.
Yeah, when you need a bit of Temple Run, a bit of Connect 4, things like that. Keep the mind ticking. But no, I don't play too many games anymore. It's only when you're younger, you have a bit more wide horizon. But I don't really, almost have time. But I'm very committed to my FIFA and F1. But anyway, I think let's focus on the cars on track. 4 cars on track with Greeny LFC certainly one of the favourites for pole here.
Just bear me one moment. I've got a mosquito or some sort in my room that I need to...
Team. I'm not sending those sorts. What are you on about, finally?
Okay, well, Abu Dhabi Big C, as we wait for the championship contenders to come out and track, what was my question again?
Well, they're out on the super soft tyres, so we'll be seeing very fast ultra soft tyres later on in the session. There's got 13 viewers. Julian Manu, the most experienced driver on the grid. 2 career victories in the F1 League.
This is a man who's uncertain, isn't he, about his future in this league. He does want to stay. He's 8th in the standings and he needs to stay there. He wants to prove himself as capable of driving in this league in the future. He has won a race this season, but he has had a bit of a topsy-turvy run recently, so he'll be looking to cement himself here.
Yeah, Joel has won as many races as I have in 2017, so very impressive for Joel. But on with Greeny, on the super soft tyres, we'll be seeing probably low 39s, high 38s, perhaps on a super soft, but right at the start of the session we're not going to be seeing blistering times in the Williams car. Williams haven't had much success in the league since back in season 10-11 with Remco and Ermi.
Yeah. As he accelerates downhill here, Big C. Now, just describe us. When you're driving down this straight with that amount of speed, you've got to nail that braking, haven't you? Because if you mess that up, you could easily lose a few tenths.
Yeah, definitely.
So how have you got to take it? You've got to be close to the inside curve.
Yeah, but there's a dodgy curve there which can, you know, upset the car. What's it going off in bikes? But he takes that pretty nicely.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
So any sectors so far, 71.8 from the Zalan. Well, let's see what Greeny can do in the middle sector in the Williams.
Yeah, I know that Jack Lacey is also out now.
41.5, so that's the first middle sector we've got. So we'll stay on board, see what he's doing. Zalan is on an ultra soft set, so I think he will be the one to take the original pole.
Yeah, and starting on tyres here, Big C. Most drivers we've seen in the past, they usually start on that super soft tyre. The ultra softs do wear out quickly here, don't they? So we might see some strange names up that field. Don't know if people opt to run their
bit wide from Greeny there, not a great line.
Yeah.
That sector's really tricky on this game, but yeah, Zalan will be the one to watch once we see what Greeny can do on the red mark super soft tyre around the final corner. What can he do?
Put this in the 38s, wouldn't he?
Low 39, yeah, 39.2, so pretty decent from Greeny. I did 39.3, I think, back in season 15, so time's obviously improving very quickly, but Zalan is about to take the original pole on the ultra soft set of tyres. Currently the fastest man out there, comfortably. Taking lots of curb, nice apex there, so much better than Greeny, obviously the ultra soft tyres. Much better grip in this tricky final sector. So what can Zalan do? Very consistent.
Final corner in the Sahara Force India.
Beautiful.
Pole position, that's an okay lap time. That's a good lap time, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's a good lap to kick things off. We'll be seeing probably low 38s, maybe even a high 37 if Swing King, let's get it all together.
Yeah, let's go on board with Jack Lacey, Big C.
Yep.
He's on the super soft tyre here.
So
championship contender. He's in fact the championship leader.
He is indeed, but he's a couple of tenths off Greeny, who is also on the super soft tyre. So I think maybe 39.4 or so, but Greeny's last sector didn't look great.
Final sector.
Yeah, that's a nice apex there. That's nice. The pad renowned for much better traction than a wheel. So what can Jack do? Loads of curve there, but beautifully done.
Yeah. Oh!
And he chooses to box the car.
That is interesting, because if he does start on those ultra soft tyres, we've seen before in the past, Big C, Radic, I think it might have been one of his final races in this league, he made an absolute blunder of it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Started on those ultra soft tyres and it just didn't work out for him.
Tim Skull, whatever your name is, 12 minutes qualifying, then the race will start probably 2 minutes after that. So in about 14-15 minutes time the race will begin. So yeah, time regime out on the track, and hello to LJ Plays, the former commentator and multiple podium finisher in the F1 League.
Yeah.
Renowned for its erratic lap 1 starts.
Is there anybody to ride on board with? Jody Animani's on that? Don't think anybody really on the fly here. Well, while we're waiting for someone to go on the fly, we'll stay on board with Time Regime, because I think he's the man to stay on board with. But let's just talk about Empine's paddock post earlier today. A few mind games being played, isn't there? So he's played on the fact that Jack Lacey may not have the pace to win this race today, and he's also talked about Time Razine coming under so much pressure. Is that a tactic that you would have used, Big C, coming into this race, third in the standings, 7 points behind the lead?
Yeah,
quite interesting, isn't it?
I don't think Pine's got much to lose. I was one for mind games and pallet posts, so I think Pine's just got to do what he can. He knows the other two are under pressure. They are the favourites, with perhaps Pine in the Kimi Raikkonen rolling from 2007. So it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out.
Yeah, so let's ride on board here with Time Razine on the ultra soft. So he's not hanging around, is he, here today? He wants to get that car up the grid as far as possible as he can get it.
Yeah, so on board with Time Razine, second in the championship on 100 points. What can he do?
He's left-hand side to get the best entry into this corner here.
Yep, so quite an easy first sector, really. You don't gain most of the time. The last sector is where you gain the time on this track. So what can do? We need a high 17, and it's a 17.7, so an amazing first sector from Time Razine, as Aaron has connection issues and leaves the session. So we'll ride on board with Time Razine to see what the man from Pakistan can do. Led the championship for most of the season after taking over from Remco. So what can Time Razine do? A man under pressure wants perhaps in a lifetime opportunity of winning the PSGL F1 title. If the grid's stronger next season, he's certainly going to have to work on his consistency and keeping out of trouble. So what can Time Razine do in the middle sector? He needs a low 41 to match Zalan. So what can Time Razine do? There's a 41.5, so he's a couple of tenths off in that middle sector. So what can he do in the last sector, in the Ferrari? Myself won the season 15 title in the Ferrari 2 seasons ago. So Time Razine will be hoping to do something similar. So gets out the way of the Williams, so can Time Razine a little bit wider. He can take a lot more curb into the tricky final sector. I do enjoy this last sector. And Time Razine a little bit hesitant there. Not as good as Jack or Zan when we're on board with him. So Time Razine around the final 2 corners. What can Time Razine do? 1 on 100 points. Time Razine to the line. Can he take pole? No, he cannot. He's a 38.499 with a purple 1 and 3 with an amazing middle sector from Zalan. So, who else is out there? Greeny. That's not a lap. Juliana Malo to the line. Most experienced driver on the grid goes P5 only. 8 tenths off the pace behind 2 super soft runners. So we'll try and get Erin back in. See what the issue is there. So yeah, a decent lap to kick things off. We're still waiting some of the other drivers to get out on track, which is Pine, Jack Lacey, Shortbread, Sam Blamkes, and Co. So we'll just try and get Erin to rejoin, because I don't really want to commentate alone. So a 17.8 from Greeny in the first sector. I'll see if Erin can rejoin. Alright, so what can Green do in the Williams? Certainly a contender for pole position. Middle sector, only a 0.3, so a tenth of Zalan. But Zalan's last sector wasn't as good as Time Razine, so lots of curb from the Williams into the last sector. 17.7 from Jack Lacey, so we'll go on board with Jack after. Actually, I think he's around it as a lap. Looking at it, he has. So on board with Jack Lacey, the championship leader.
Hello.
Yeah.
1 second. Sorry about that.
Yeah, so Aaron's back. He had a few connection issues as, yeah. Come on, Aaron, says Johnny Greenwood.
Yeah, I'm going to try.
I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, so sorry about that. We're just getting Aaron set up again. So just drawing through the friends list if you can.
I think the parents are on Skype call with an international so that's kind of destabilised things a little bit. But
yeah, so a 41 for yeah, Aaron's back for now. So let's hope that stays, because obviously we need to. Let's just go with it and see how it goes. But if not, we'll get hopefully try and get a replacement in if it persists. But let's hope not. But Jack Lacey invalidate his lap, but it would have been pole position. But I don't see how big the corner cut would have been. Yes, and hello. Yeah, sorry, Banana Josh. Good to see you. So let's just focus on the action now. Aaron is back in. Hopefully there is no lag and it seems okay.
Yep, so Time Razine really needs to get that car on pole, didn't he?
He has to win. He has to win. That is my opinion. And hello, Jake, the FP champion for this season, now a PSGL champion. So well done to Jake on his first championship on the site.
What do you think Empire's tactic here? Is he going to go out right at the end on those super softs?
Ultra
Try and
softs.
get that car. Ultra softs, do you reckon?
He's on them now.
Oh, is he?
He is indeed.
That is interesting.
Yep, so anyway, let's focus on the action. Zalan currently on official pole position, but it's interesting that you could start as high as 8th on a fresh set of tyres as it stands. So Sambam Kid, maybe Shortbread, Killer Blue might be going for those fresh tyre sets on a one stop.
Well, I think what Empire could do, he could just go out on a set of inters and just, get some sector times in. That's entirely up to him.
Yeah, a shoddy first sector from Zalan on a 17.9, as we have 20 viewers. So yeah, a lot of people viewing the season finale in PSGL's top league, with the top drivers with the most history as well. Certainly recent history, we can put it like that.
Zalan there, driving reasonably well. Currently on pole position. He breaks down here at the end of the second sector. How's that second sector time looking?
41.3, so a little bit off, so his lap's not great. He had a bit of oversteer in the first sector, so Time Razing is going back out. Samurai is out there, so Empire still has to set a lap. So it's interesting. Greeny as well. So we're not really. I don't think we're going to be seeing a big shootout for pole. Really. Not.
The session is still bubbling under.
Yep. Check Facebook if you can hear it. So Empire into the first corner. What can he do?
Mobile data up to stabilise. What did you say? You didn't say. Oh. Speak more, don't worry, I will.
Yeah, you're not speaking. That's what that's what people want. Hearing speaking.
I am speaking, right. Who do we go on board with here?
Empire, 17.7. What an amazing first sector.
Round he goes, yellow helmet, shines through here at the twilight of Abu Dhabi. Down the back straight. Picks up the speed in that McLaren Honda. He's got to brake well here for this corner. This is a man fighting for the championship. The Scotsman rather cool. He's played some mind games. Will they come back to bite him?
Yeah, so nice and smooth from the McLaren driver. So he needs a low 41, 41.2, 41.3 ideally. What can Empire do? It's a 41.3, so that's good enough. It's good enough.
Yeah, he'll have to do his final corner well. Goes a little bit deep, but he recovers that car. And that Ferrari just up the road, that will distract him.
That's Time Razing.
Blinds him. Yeah.
Gets out of the way.
Missed the gear shift there, but no, he's done well. As he comes under the lights of the hotel, as the dusk here darkens around Abu Dhabi. It's a good final sector. The floodlights are shining. Can Empire shine here at Abu Dhabi?
But a bit wide.
Oh, that ain't good enough.
He wants fresh tyres.
Well, this is interesting. I don't know what if he doesn't set a time. He should have just gone for those inters, Big C.
Perhaps. I don't think it's against the rules, but on ball with Time Razine. Needing a victory will secure the championship for the man in the Scarlet Red Ferrari, the most famous team in Formula 1. Perhaps not in the F1 League, but certainly in a real Formula 1. So in the first sector, what can Time Razine do? 17.7, so 17.7 is good enough. Good. Greeny's on pole. Greeny is on pole, so we've missed that. Greeny is on pole. We've missed that as we've been looking at the title contenders. So sorry.
I've got to say, Time seems quite laggy for me, but who cares? On board with a Pakistani, also known as the Rawalpindi Express, as he bars down that straight. Yeah, this is what you like to see, isn't it, Big C? Ferrari have had some success with yourself in the past, winning the title for them.
Yep, twice.
And that's quite recent.
Yeah, season 13 and season 15. But Time Razine will be hoping to be the next driver to enter his name into the Hall of Fame So time
Yeah, he's
regime.
driving very well here.
Middle sector.
Is that a good middle sector?
No.
Oh, you can't be doing that. You
No.
can't be doing that. Has the pressure got to him? Oh, the final sector. This is where it's all going to come down to.
That's not
He
great.
is the popular man on the site, but the pressure is unreal. He's got to keep it together here. It might not be the best time, but he needs to make sure he's up there on that grid. He might not get pole, but can he stay within that top 3 of the grid? Still a long race.
Yeah, so
this
time
just
regime.
quali.
In the Ferrari. Will it be pole position here at the Aston Martin circuit round the final corner? Lots of curb, but I don't think it will be good enough. It won't be good enough.
No.
Or not good.
No, the pressure has got to him. He clearly had the pace, but a few errors there. As we...
Jack Lacey.
Jack Lacey has to be. This is a man solid first, reasonable middle. He's just got to keep it together in this final sector here.
Lovely
This
curve.
is a man. Yeah, this is a man who's brought himself back into that championship fight. 2 wins at the last 2 races. He wasn't even a name that was thought of for this championship battle. He's now leading it. Can he put himself up that grid? It's a tough race for him. He knows he might not have the pace of the other drivers. But round he comes. Jack Lacey. Second. That is how you do it.
A champion's lap from Jack Lacey. So Giuliano Manu is on a PB. So that's right on board. I think he's the highest man.
Yeah.
It looks like Killer Blue maybe, but I think...
And this isn't too bad of a time. This is a man fighting for his career, currently in 6th place. A good qualifying showing for the Sauber. Giuliano Manu, one of the most experienced drivers. He was concerned coming into this race. And he gets up from close and personal with the wall there. And slows in that final sector.
Okay.
He's given that up.
Who else? Shortbread maybe. I think Shortbread.
Shortbread, this is a man, yeah.
On a set of super soft tyres. I don't think we can pole. Him and Killer Blue are the main ones who have got to improve. And yeah. So, an amazing lap from Jack Lacey again.
It's not over yet, because this is Shortbread. He's got pace. You'd never know where he could stick it up on that grid. I think he could even put it in the top 4.
No, the super soft tyres, yeah, he is. He's one of the fastest drivers on the side. But on these super softs, the super softs are the best tyres on. They're a beautiful tyre at Abu Dhabi, but sadly can't get the good camera. But on board with Shortbread in the manner. Mercedes.
And he comes a little bit wide. Oh, yeah, I'd go in as well if that was me. Yeah.
And that's qualifying
Who
over.
else is out there? Is Maxi Luca, last shout of the session for the Haas driver, recently crowned as a Constructors' Champion. So he'll be useful for Jack Lacey here today. He can only stay 5th, so...
And that is qualifying completed. So it'll be Greeny LFC on pole position.
Yeah. What do I do, Big C?
We're just waiting until the formation now.
Cool.
So an enthralling qualifying session.
Yeah, as we just look at Jack Lacey's car, he's there, isn't he? He is soaking up that atmosphere, isn't he, Big C? I don't even know if that's actually him. No. Soaking up the atmosphere as a championship leader. He wasn't that far off pole from what I can see on the timing screen.
Yep, so an exciting qualifying. Jack Lacey P2.
Yeah,
well, he can rejoin.
Okay. I was worried.
Because if we have a safety car restart, the guys who don't have fresh tyres...
Well,
benefit.
let's hope it's not a safety car restart because it would ruin it. It would ruin it.
It would indeed, so hopefully he can rejoin. We don't want more delays. Rejoin Killer Blue.
Well, it was a good qualifying session there towards the end. Didn't have as many cars out there as we would have liked, but I can well imagine loads of people are looking at that strategic element here this evening. Where did Empire put himself at the end of the day? He didn't set a lap.
He didn't set a lap.
Well, you know, he did. No, he didn't. Well, that's quite clever from Empire, but if it's safety car restart, well, he must have made that biggest blunder of his career.
Well, certainly it's not going to work out with Killer Blue disconnecting, but let's see what
happens.
So there's a discussion in the chat regarding next season already about how the league placings are going to be. So we'll talk about that if there's a restart. So Greeny's on pole with a .2, Jack Lacey a beautiful at P3, 2, Zalan P3, Tamrazine P4, but Maxi and Shortbread, not Shortbread, Samurai Kid, watch them. Joel is 7th, Samurai 8th, Game Freaker is 9th with Pine down in P10 with Shortbread down in P14.
And we've also had a returnee to the grid in Killer Blue, so that'll be good for the grid as well. So, well, this could be exciting here. So it all depends on that start here. Can Greeny get away? What's Jack got to do here? Can he rely on Greeny to win that race, or does he overtake him? I know that they are good friends, aren't they?
I think Jack will have better race pace, but let's wait and see.
Well, shall I start the race?
No.
Is he?
No.
I think I don't. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I forgot people. Anything? So I started once somebody presses something.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Still new to this, guys. So I do.
For the final time in commentary.
It could be the final time, Big C. You never know. Nobody knew it was my final race last time out.
Indeed.
Last season. Wow. The pressure here, Big C, on that formation lap. I mean...
What's happening with Killer Blue? That is the question.
Well, I mean...
So Killer Blue's name is not there, so...
The show will go on. Do we quit?
Yeah, we have to quit, but Killer Blue can't rejoin, so...
Well, that's a decision for the executives to make. We can't get involved in that.
Well, if I was admin, then it'd be a restart, obviously. But let's wait and see as we wait. Unfortunately, we might have to have a delay, but we'll see. We'll rejoin as per and assume the race will continue as normal. Indeed. So we'll wait to what the admins decide, but obviously, you know, admins do make things up as they go along sometimes. But we'll rejoin. Killer Blue can't rejoin, so let's wait and see. We just gotta go with what Pine says.
Yeah.
So he's the easy admin. So.
And you know what happens here, Big C? Notifications are turned off, and you've got to focus on what's ahead. So has that been missed here? It's not something that we can echo across.
That's
all we could, can't we?
I'm not sure.
Unless if I was to leave and echo it in that party.
It's not our place. We're just commentators.
Who
do you think will win, Aaron O'Connor? Well, who will win the race? Shortbread. That's what I'm going for.
I think Shortbread's got the best pace and strategy. Well, where's he starting at? He's 13th, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I think Time Razine, he's got the pace, but whether he's got the composure or not, that'll be another story. I still think that Ferrari could do something spectacular. He's been one of the quicker drivers, but he just hasn't glued it together. He needs a good start here. But you know what? My heart is with Jack Lacey, because I know what it's like to win a title as an underdog, not being expected to win the title, and just winning 2 of those last 3 races to just give yourself a chance. So it'll be great for him if he does it here, but you know, Empine as well, you know, you can't discredit him.
Yep, so as the final cars take to the grid for the final time on F1 2016, it's going to be me and Aaron, Big C and Aaron to take us through the race. As we've got those, my car and your car, the Torsos, take to the grid for the final time in F1 2016. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting race. And who will be champion? Will it be Jack Lacey? Will it be Tara Razine? Or will it be Empine?
Here we go.
5 lights for the final time on F1 2016 in the F1 League. It's Greeny on pole position, the title finale.
The twilight of Abu Dhabi. Here we go. It's a good start from Jack Lacey. Gets past Greeny. That's crucial.
So, although Jack Lacey leads the Grand Prix,
and Tom Razine losing the position there to the Haas driver. That's got to be crucial.
Yeah, so crucial move for Jack Lacey. What's happening further down, Aaron? Did you say something?
Time Razine lost a position. I'm just going to have a look at Empine at the moment. He's in 8th here on fresh tyres. He's on the yellow marked tyre, so he could be one stop in it this afternoon. It's quite risky. He's got his teammate behind for good company.
Yeah, so a great stop from Jack Lacey with Greeny in second. It's playing out perfectly for Jack. But look at the slipstream, very overpowered right now. But look at the Haas Maxi, look at make a move on Zalan down into the tricky braking zone.
Is there going to be contact?
Maxi on the super soft tyres. Oh, time is he's been pushed off.
Manny goes behind.
Yeah, so something a little cyclical start. Time regime.
Yeah, well that Haas driver. Oh, we didn't want to lose that position.
Time regime.
He's got to go for it. He's got to.
Time regime down the inside. Oh no, time off.
Oh, championship finale. This is a man who's bottled it once again, surely.
Oh, poor Time regime. He didn't even go. He went for it, but didn't go for it.
Right.
It wasn't.
Didn't look right.
It wasn't.
No.
I don't know. He wasn't sure in the move. It was a bit hesitant. He had to make him out there, just send it down the inside. He was a bit hesitant.
It's like a striker, when they've got an opportunity to shoot and they just don't look right. They haven't got the composure to shoot, and Time regime, well, that could be career defining.
He could indeed, but yeah, Jack Lacey is doing everything right to take the championship as he leads, going on to lap 2 of 28 here in Abu Dhabi. Greeny is in second with third in Zalan. Fourth is Maxi, and look at that. Fifth on the super softs. Both of them, fourth and fifth, looks only on Manu. Good start from the most experienced driver on the grid in P6 for South. But Empire, seventh on the soft tyres, will be going very long. But Ugi, I have to agree, it was just not assured. It wasn't a confident move.
Yeah, and what has Empire got to do here? He's going to have a go at Joel here. Joel is a man who said he will not be moving out of the way for any championship driver or contender here. He will be fighting for his career. And is that a mistake from Empire? He had a look down the inside of Joel. That is rookie move.
It was indeed, and Shortbread is now passed, so Game Freaker is now ahead.
Well, why on earth would you stick your nose down the inside there?
Oh no, I don't think people are using their brains, but now we're going to get three abreast. Empire, Game Freaker is the teammate of Empire. Beautifully, what a defensive positioning from Game Freaker, helping out his teammate.
Yeah.
So great from Empire.
That's how you've got to do it.
Felipe Massa style in 2012, helping Alonso. That's what it was like. Beautiful from Game Freaker to help out his teammate.
Yeah.
So Killer Blue.
Well, Killer Blue has been ignored, so a man who could have been in the grid could have had something to say about this battle.
Yeah.
It's
a bit of a shame, but let's look further forward. How things are developing at the front of the grid. It's Jack Lacey with Greeny only 3 times behind. Obviously, Greeny's yet to win the F1 League. Zalan and Jack have.
Yeah, and what has Jack Lacey got to do here? He is bad on his tyre wear, so that is definitely going to impact him here this afternoon.
Yeah,
so
well, Time regime is well down the field, as well as Pine, so he's doing a good job. He just needs to get no warnings and just keep it together. But with Greeny behind him, I think he should be feeling quite confident in a minute.
And that was good overtake, wasn't it, from Empire?
Yeah, I think credit to Game Freaker there. I think Game Freaker positioned his car beautifully to help Pine. Great teamwork.
Who do we stay on board with? Because DRS is enabled.
It is indeed. I think we'll just see how it develops further forward.
I'll have a look behind and see how Empire's closing.
Yeah, Greeny's 1.2 off Jack.
Okay.
So we'll go further down. I think the super soft runners, Maxi and Sam, will be ones to watch.
Yeah. I think the soft runner as well in Empire, he's going to be running a longer race here, so that'll be interesting.
Ooh.
And Time regime, you know, when you're ninth, but he is fighting that well. I've got
Shortbread was pushed wide there as well, so it's all going on at the back of the grid for the final points by positions. We're going to be seeing 3 wide.
He's got to defend here for his teammate.
He's got to help his teammate
with all his work.
And he is.
He's got to.
Yeah.
That's good defensive positioning. I would take him up against that wall. No, if I was Game Freaker here, you've got to have him up against that wall here. You've got to do something here.
Game Freaker's doing a great job. Sorry to interrupt you, but we might be seeing Joel and Pine's got past. Time regime, no, cannot make a move. So Time regime.
Pine has got past Joel.
Yep,
well, Joel is going to be joining this party here because I think they're all chasing him down.
Yeah. I don't think he's got good tyre wear. Those ultra soft tyres are shit after a few laps.
Stay with that. I'll take a look at Jack Lacey up the road and see how. It's all stable, but there could be a development for second. Don't know.
Yeah, Game Freaker is doing a beautiful job helping his teammate. Beautiful.
Yeah. So Zalan could attack that Force India soon, but I think Game Freaker, you know, considering it's the championship battles here.
I know it's early days, but Time regime will be hoping for a safety car at some stage.
Somebody goes in there.
Yeah, I think it was Samurai in the Mercedes.
Yeah. And Game Freaker here, he's got to make sure he costs Time regime as much time as possible because Time is not on the right tyres for this race at the moment.
So we'll stand by with game 3 car. I think they might actually, we're going to look further forward. Yeah, we're going to look further. Look at these super soft runners. Maxi and Sam Bamkid are comfortable with the fastest drivers on the track at the minute. On those super softs. Super softs are a great tyre around
I
Abu
think
Dhabi.
we could have a development for free abreast here because I think...
Where are we looking?
Time Razim's going defensive, Big C. He's going
on
defensive.
board.
He's weaving down straight.
Game Freaker as well, but Game Freaker on those soft compound tyres will be very
taking that inside. Oh, I love that late move. That's how you do it.
Yeah, Game Freaker's defending has been
slow
perfect.
down on the apex. No, he didn't slow quite down because he's going to get that. Carbine's going to have that slingshot. Got to keep it to the inside here. Time Razim, he's got to be careful here. He can't. He's already spun out once, spin out twice, and that could be battle over. Good braking.
Time Razim goes wide.
Too deep.
Oh, beautiful move. Can he get it slowed down? Game Freaker. Take on the curve. Oh, not quite.
And that's how you do it, Time Razim. More enthusiasm on those brakes. So learnt his lesson, but had the damage been done? It's still early days.
Game Freaker's gone wide, so Shortbread's through.
Yeah, and so I think Shortbread might have a go at Time and later on.
As we've seen some pit stops for Greeny and Zalan. So guys, Greeny and Zalan are in already. Jack stays out.
Yeah. And what do you do here if you're Jack? Do you stay out one lap longer to make your strategy last that extra lap longer, or do you come in here to protect your lead?
I think I'd cover them. I'd cover them.
And if you cover them, what if you come out in traffic? Let's see where they come out here, because they could come out.
Keep an eye on that.
I think they could be in clean now.
Yes, so Jack is comfortably winning the championship. If we take a lap ago where everyone didn't pit, Jack would be well clear of Eugene Pine. But a long way to go. Could be safety cars and strategy coming into play. But Jack's driving
like a champion. He's at P4, 7 seconds off that lead on those yellow marked tyres. If he keeps that pace up, something could develop.
Yeah, I won't rule him out. Yeah. I think he needs Jack to slip up slightly. He obviously needs Jack to slip up, but he's still in contention. But yeah, the super soft runners should be interesting to watch. So Maxi and Sam Bamkid will be ones to watch. Yeah. Only 2.4 off the lead is Maxi.
Time Razim, has he been overtaken here? He's under attack, Big C. He's under attack
from
Shortbread. He's overtaken him.
Yeah. Got that sort of as Daniel says, can someone take out Jack to make it interesting? So yes.
Well, someone could take him out, but we've got to remember his tyre wear isn't the best. We've got Empine, who's probably got better tyre wear on that wheel, as well as Time Razim. So this will be interesting. And Jolie Animani, Big C, what's he going to do here? Does he go in?
I think the tyres must be crying right now, but yeah, Jack's lost all sorts of time. So it'd be interesting if he's undercut by Greeny and co. But let's see if Jack, the championship, the current champion, as it stands, decides to bet, and he does.
Right, you guys going to stay on board with him. I'll just take a look at how the other battle's developing and take on that. So Joel has not cried enough.
That's a surprise.
And has Time Razim done the clever thing here and pitted?
Look at that exit for Shortbread. So where's Jack Leeds going to come out? Let's go on board. Soft tyres for Jack.
Joel has been overtaken.
So where's Greeny in all this? Greeny coming into turn 1. Now on a soft tyre. Where's Jack?
Yeah, he's just coming up that hill. He might be done here.
Yeah, Jack's been done. So a mega undercut. Jack's now down to a net P3. So interesting for the championship.
Jack is on those yellow tyres, and he's been done by the pair of them. So that could be interesting to see how it develops.
Yep.
Zalan here. He's got to look for that win. He nearly had it last time out in Suzuka. Got to get this move done here on Greeny. I think everyone's put on those yellow tyres.
Yeah,
I don't think I did the yellow tyre.
I think the key is the championship race is wide open still, with Jack falling behind and some strategy still to play out. So a long way to go in this championship race.
Yeah, as Jolie Animani, I think, might have been done here from Time Razim. He is, but he's going to have a slingshot, Big C. Jolie Animani, got to go on board with him.
On board. Jolie Animani
from behind.
Yet to pit, has he?
This could be interesting.
Time Razim, oh, Game Freaker. Game Freaker, to help his teammates. Side by side action. Game Freaker just can't make
Jolie Animani,
avoiding action.
Beautiful. Phenomenal.
It's all kicking off. Game Freaker doing a great job getting involved.
Game Freaker doing well. Time Razim fighting for the title. Jolie Animani fighting for his career. And that is what you want to see, isn't it, Big C? Drivers not giving an inch.
Definitely.
Fighting for all their worth.
Definitely, I couldn't agree more. But look at that train. Greeny, Zalan and Jack Lacey all battling for the net lead. But watch those super soft guys. Sam's taking the lead. So Sam has passed back to Luca for the lead of the race. Joel. So they've stopped. But yeah, Sam Bamkid on the super tyres leads the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. with Max Luca
and
at close
someone here,
second.
Big C. Sorry.
Oh, Max
Big
Luca
C,
down the
someone
side.
here. Who? Oh,
What?
someone here has got to tell Game Freaker. Those 3 guys behind you, they're fighting for the win. Hold them up as much as possible, because it's all good news here.
Yeah, Game Freaker can do a great job here for Pine. So this is going to be interesting to see how it plays out.
Maxi Luca.
Game Freaker could basically not win Pine the title, but certainly give him a great chance to do so by holding these guys up.
Maxi Luca, I don't know if he's going to have a go at Sandam. Might be a little
Yeah, I think the battle is Game Freaker and Greeny. So Greeny in the Williams down the inside, but Jack Lacey on for Zalan. Zalan and Jack Lacey side by side into the chicane. Jack Lacey round the outside. Easy.
Beautiful.
Game Freaker.
And this is a man fighting for that title, isn't it?
Yeah. Jack Lacey done nothing wrong this race so far.
Game Freaker, he's having to go to Williams. This is a man doing everything he can for his teammate, and
nicely
that
done.
is what you like to see.
Just hold him up. This last sector goes back off.
Will Jack be furious here?
I think Jack will be getting slightly annoyed because the likes of Shortbread, Pine, Maxi and Sam will all be benefiting from these guys pitting early and getting held up by Game Freaker. Let's go down this side.
Contact!
Contact. Jack has to be careful.
Do here, the McLaren?
Jack, be careful.
McLaren's got to defend here. He's got to do whatever he can.
Up and under from Jack. No, Jack can't get the traction. No. So Game Freaker doing a great job to help Pine.
Costing them so much time. He's got to stay out here.
He is.
Game Freaker's got to take the inside every corner. Take a second out of every corner here. Take the inside.
They've just lost a second in the last seconds. It's the lead. So Game Freaker's doing an outstanding job defending for Pine. This is for the championship. Game Freaker defends nicely. Jack does the up and under.
He's got to take him tight here. He's got to swipe him. Yeah,
he has. He
did.
Beautifully from Game Freaker. Game Freaker doing a great defensive job here.
He's got to take the inside here. Full throttle. Doesn't matter if your vehicle loses control. You've got to keep.
Can go around the outside. Sure. No, it's impossible. So Game Freaker takes lots of curb.
You
doing
know
an
what?
Outstanding
If
job.
I was Game Freaker and Jack Lacey's going to pass me, I wouldn't make him take the outside. I'd make him take the inside and make him go right amongst the marbles here. This is what I'd do. What is Game Freaker going to do? He's going to hug that inside. No matter what happens here, he's got to do some movement. He's got to do some movement. He's got to do back Staffing shortly. Push him wide. Gives him the inside line. Should be an easy move surely. He's looking for the second swing shot.
Nicely done actually. I like that line, but let's go on board.
No, he didn't get the throttle out of that.
No, he didn't. I think Jack will have DRS though, so I think it should be okay. No, Game Freaker's got DRS. No. Beautifully done from Game Freaker. Game Freaker. Pine's teammate. Can he make a move on Jack Lacey? Into the second chicane. Round the outside. Jack and Game Freaker side by side.
He's got to keep his nose in there. Doesn't matter what happens.
No,
phenomenally done from Jack. Resisted that pressure.
Zalan down the inside.
Having a go.
Nicely done from Game Freaker again. Game Freaker not giving up.
He's got to.
No, he lifts. Gives Zalan the room. But yeah, what a battle. What a battle.
The damage is done.
It is.
What would you do here now, Big C? If you were Game Freaker, would you go in for another set of yellows and just look to come out ahead of Jack Lacey again for the next part of the race?
No, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think it's really possible.
I think if that's your sole objective, I'd do that. Does it? No, does it go?
Yeah, Sambam Kid is right behind Game Freaker and what's his face? Zalan. So yeah, great.
So he's got a good strategy.
Yeah, but I mean, I think if Pine ends up being the champion, Game Freaker deserves a lot of credit. But yeah, Pine is capturing the lead of the race. Maxi Luca, who's staying out, look to be doing the one stop, I suspect.
Well, I think a one stop could be interesting.
We have to catch our breath after that. Some immense battling in the mid pack.
Yeah. Is still intense. Have that rundown of the order at the moment. The top 3 are yet to pit. Maxi, Luca, Pine and Shortbread. Then comes Greeny, followed by Jack Lacey, Zalan, Game Freaker and Sambam Kid, who's come out of the pits. And behind Sambam Kid is Timer Azine in 9th, whose favourite position Big C for most of the season.
Yeah, he's finished 9th a couple of times. Says, the man with a half-hearted move on Game Freaker, right?
And Big C, so Game Freaker, but Timer Azine, you've had that start. Are you just hoping for a safety car here?
Yeah, you need something. You need a bit of luck because he needed to win this race really. But all's not lost. Let's just see how the race develops. It could still be a twist and turns to come. I mean, if Jack has a spin, there'll be Pine in the pole position. So let's wait and see. But yeah, it's certainly playing out interesting. It's not clear cut.
Sambam Kid though, having a real go at a Game Freaker.
Oh my goodness! That is.
Oh, has he done it? Oh,
just caught the end of that.
Superb control.
Yeah.
Game Freaker, he is wrecking the races of people here this afternoon.
I think that's why he's decided to turn up a roadblock where he's defending on the egg.
This is what I love to see. It's something that I'll do for my teammate if they're in the title battle. But he's got the slingshot here. Oh, he's got to give that up. He's gone up. Ooh. And Sandman Kid gives him a little swipe nearly.
So Empine leads the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Shortbread second.
Emerging.
Who? Maxi on the soft tyres.
Oh, Sandman Kid, he's got to get up and tight with him, but he can't. Struggling with the control of that car.
He will have Euros, so let's watch out. But they're not far off the likes of Zat and Jack and Greeny, so I think they are in contention.
I think Maxi's pit stop was all right, actually. I think. Could he take that all the way to the end, Big? See, 18 laps. It's a hell of a long way to go.
It is a long time.
You need to do at least 16.
Yeah, I think lap 12 you want to be pitting. I don't think he'll be able to, but we'll see. Shortbread, 3.2 seconds off Ben Pine, but Pine leads the Grand Prix.
Yeah, he's doing a fine job, but who's behind him and how far behind?
Shortbread's about 4 seconds off. 2.9 off.
And Shortbread's yet to pit as well.
Yep. So they'll be fine for net position as Jack Lacey's now 9.8 seconds off the lead with one stop to make.
Yeah, well, I feel like this could be touch and go for Empine, but if you don't try, you don't get. So it's brave for him. He's gone for track position. Has he based a strategy to rely on a safety car?
Potentially. I mean, if the safety car comes out at the right time, on lap 15, 16, he's gone the super soft to the end.
If it was going to come out, it would have came out behind Game Freaker because that was so intense.
It was indeed, but Shortbread catching Pine for the lead of the Grand Prix. Shortbread's now got the lead. Oh, it's now 3 seconds, and hello to Anthony Haig, the reigning F4 champion. Yeah,
welcome Haig. I mean, me and Haig had some really good times in this league. We won the Constructors title together. We also helped me win the Drivers. But the floodlights are now more prominent in the distance here at Abu Dhabi, Big C, as we just wait for something to rumble here. So it all depends on when Empire makes his first stop. Just going to catch my breath and come over.
Yeah, so Zalan, P5 in the ice range of Jack Lacey. Jack Lacey currently P4 with Greeny just ahead in P3. The top two yet to stop. Samuel Kids on the freshest soft tyres out of the lot. With Game Breaker in P8 yet to stop as well. Time Regime in a disappointing P9 and currently is out of championship contention. Joel P10.
And your Jack Lacey here, Big C, at the moment. You've not got a race in the palm of your hands as you had it in those opening laps. But how can he recover here? He's lost a fair bit of time.
Yeah, I mean, who are we on about?
Jack Lacey.
Yeah, I mean, Jack Lacey's still in a good position. I mean, even if Pine wins, Jack needs to be on the podium. So
yeah, but he could lose one to Shortbread as well.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not sewn up for Jack, that's for sure. But he's got a lap better on the tyres, and he's certainly got pace. So
this move here on Greeny, if he can get it, this could be race.
He doesn't need to worry about winning.
Defining, but career defining.
Yeah, he doesn't need to battle the win. He needs to be on that podium. With time regime slowed down, he needs to be on that podium.
A safety car, Big C, we always say it would certainly make things juicy here. Can Time Regime do anything miraculous from where he is?
It's unlikely.
Is that a definite no?
It's definitely a no. Unless there's a safety car, I don't think Time Regime can recover. But anything is possible in the F1 League, and we can't rule him out yet. But it's not looking good. That first lap just unfortunately put him out of sync.
That's fine. I'll let you head off to the toilet, Big C. And who do we stay on board with? Hang on.
Yeah. That information.
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll go on. Who's close? Who's looking close?
Jack Lacey.
We'll stand on board with Jack Lacey.
Okay, so I'll take you through this lap in the Haas. Jack Lacey, championship lead, running in fourth. He's looking good here to win the title. Still a long way to go in this race as he closes up the green. He's under pressure from the guy behind him. He could be attacking him. Unfortunately, poor pass. Right, Jack Lacey here under threat from Zalan in the Force India. Manages to stay ahead of him. They'll be looking to get into that DRS range of the car ahead with Greeny here. But Zalan, he's on another planet at the moment. He's close right up to the back of Jack Lacey, but he was close to him in Suzuka, but just couldn't find a way past. It's important for Jack Lacey not to mess things up here. He's got his teammate not so far behind as well, with fresher tyres.
So, certainly closing up. That's for sure at the front of the field.
And the teammate, Maxi Luca, in the half. So it's not sewn up. Is he lacking a little bit of pace here? Is Jack here?
A little bit, but I think Shortbread is going to be a one to watch. But as it stands, Pine on 112 points, Jack on 111 with Ugi on 102. So Pine is champion as it stands, but Shortbread is catching, and they've got a stop to make. But this is what Pine needs. Pine to win, Jack in fourth.
Yeah. Well, it'll be something quite miraculous. Those mind games, Big C, if he does win, they will be talked about for years.
Yeah. Some of my games were good, but to overturn a 7-point deficit in a three-way fight would be extraordinary. But look at Zalan. Zalan
here he goes.
In DRS.
What has Jack got to do? Can he fight too hard? I mean, he needs every point he can get, but he can't lose time because look at those cars behind him. They are coming closer and closer. He can't afford to lose time and, you know, be a fish to the sharks here.
Great analogy. Indeed.
Right.
The likes of Maxi on focus, so Sandman Kid as well, but Tyrosine not making much progress, but into P8, but out of championship contention.
I think Jack's got just enough top end there to keep himself ahead. He needs to get into that DRS zone of Greeny. He's got to focus on ahead here, but it's very hard when you've got a car hounding you down. He'll be crying out for those extra couple of attempts here. If he can get that DRS, he will breathe a sigh of relief, but to know that you're not even halfway through the race yet and you've got cars hounding you in left, right and centre, it must be a little bit of pressure. And this is a guy whose tyres wear quicker than most other drivers on that grid, isn't it?
It is, certainly historically. But yeah, as Venom states in the chat, Pine has to go for the one stop to have any chance of winning today. But I think Shortbread is in. Shortbread's in. So he won't be doing the one stop.
Will he get that undercut? He could. No, he won't. No, so this will be interesting. But Jack Lacey, I do worry for him here. Those tyres are starting to go off a little bit. He's struggling for balance in that Haas. Drivers are handing him down, so... And there's not much you can do about it, is it? Except for being consistent here, fighting for all he's worth. But he's up into third, so that means he will win the title, as things stand.
He does, he wins the title according to my calculation by a single
But this is a
point.
crucial position, isn't it, Zalan?
Yeah, but Jack's got DRS, so saves him.
Oh, that'll do. I did say Big C, he'll breathe a sigh of relief if he gets into
Well, Zalan's looking pretty quick, I have to say, out of these three.
And this could come into the pit stop phase. And who blinks first? If somebody went for the harder tyre compound, would you stick on a set of those yellow tyres just to get track position and undercut them? Or would you stay in that train?
I think a set of reds, set of super softs is what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I wouldn't go for the purples. I think some of these drivers will stay out long enough for the purples, but they'd lose far too much time.
I agree. I think the reds are a great race tyre. When I was racing, I love the super soft tyre.
So you stay on board with this. I'm just going to check the run, look down the order, see if anything else is developing. Where Timer Azim has passed. Sorry, no, he hasn't. So he's getting caught by Shortbread. Sorry,
Shortbread's on fresh super soft tyres.
Wow. Timer Azim once again. Disappointing, but the race is far from over. We've seen late safety cars, we haven't been seeing the cars.
We have indeed, as Greeny is now 5.3 seconds off the lead. Then Pine will make him so every driver on the grid has one more stop to make. That is, in my opinion, for sure. So, Pine will be winning the race as it stands. Oh, a bit wide. Greeny with a bit of a moment.
Oh, Jack Lacey here. This is where you attack, and I think he could do it. But he could be under attack here from Zalan.
Not a great line there.
I think we've got to stand board with Jack. He could have a go at Greeny.
I think Zalan's closer to Jack though.
I don't know, but Jack's going to have the DRS. Williams in front.
Double DRS for the Force India car, slipping a straight line. But no, not really making much gains. All just cancels each other out.
Well, interesting line there from
Shortbread. Shortbread on Timer Azim.
No, Big C, I think Zalan.
Okay, I'm on board.
No, it's alright,
So not much happening. So yeah, Shortbread's past Time Razine. So Shortbread on a fresh set of Super Softs.
And Maxi Luca joins the back of this party, and I think Sandown Kid's not too far behind as well. It all depends on how long these guys stay out. You cannot hook it out there for those ultra softs. You've got to go in for super soft soon. And what lap would you be looking at, Big C? 18?
Perhaps, yeah, I think around the 18 mark, maybe 17. The undercut is bigger. Yeah, Greeny has Jack getting held up. I mean, Pine doing a great job in the lead, stays out yet again.
And all
Greeny's
goes in.
Super soft for
That'll
Greeny.
be interesting. Releases Jack Lacey. Releases Zalan as well. And Maxi Luca. This could be crucial. If he gets an overtake on Zalan, Jack Lacey is breathing.
Yep, Maxi Luca has the pressure tyres out of these boys, but a short sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix on lap 16 of 28. Jack is currently the champion as it stands.
Could this be the pit stop lap here? I think
we're getting to that stage. If he pits, he'll come out ahead of Greeny anyway, but you've got to go watch traffic.
Yeah, well,
but yeah, it's getting close. It's getting close for all these guys. All these soft runners.
Track position here.
Definitely. But yeah, Maxi's done a great job so far. In contention for this win.
What about Time Razine? That thing's looking good at the moment.
Time Razine got one more stop to make and down in P7. I mean, he's only 14 seconds off the lead, so you know he's. Yeah, Green's gone for another set of softs, so he's done what you said, Aaron. Get that undercut.
Yeah,
but on the harder tyre.
Yeah. No, is Zalan on for you?
Jack, it is indeed. No.
I just think he's just lacking that additional top speed that you'd need. He's not quite close enough to him on the exit of that first DRS straight. So, what does Jack do here? Does he stay out longer? Because these tyres are going to be taking an absolute punishment here.
Yeah, indeed. Well, I think Shortbread's taking second to sector out of everyone. I think he'll be doing another stop, maybe for a super soft set at the end. So I don't know, Shortbread, you can't rule him out. Certainly getting in the mix, especially if these guys are battling. He's going to be so mighty. Less space on those fresh tyres.
And what does Empine do here? Because him and Jack Lacey could basically be on the same strategy here. Because they're both in the pit stop. He's in.
For a set of super soft tyres, Jack stays out. Who's in? Zalan's in. So yeah, Jack stays out again, like last time. So Jack will be behind Pine, Zalan, Greeny.
And do you think it's all about conserving that tyre life for that final stint so he can get the best tyres he possibly can? It might cost him a position or two, but he's got to play it safe.
Yeah, so let's see where Greeny comes out. Greeny will, I think, will take the net lead of the race. So I can't see Shortbread going to the end, but let's see how it goes.
I think we won't take the net lead, but either way, Pine.
No, Pine's been undercut.
Has he? Oh, that's not good.
So yeah, Pine will have to pass, but Pine will come out ahead of Jack. That's the crucial thing. But he needs to win this race.
Yeah.
Yeah, on board with Maxi Luca, the two teammates, the current Constructors champions. Maxi Luca in DRS of Jack Lacey. If Maxi's quicker, let him go.
What can Maxi do here?
No,
Would you Big C?
I think so. I mean, as long as Pine doesn't win.
I don't know. I'd need Maxi to play second fiddle to me. That's how I'd see it, Big C.
I don't think he's going to make a move this time, and doesn't. I think Jack will be in this lap anyway.
I think his tyres are taking enough punishment, but 11 laps on those super softs could be long for him.
Yeah, Shortbread.
He can't make the wrong decision.
Can't work out. Shortbread's pace is just insane on these fresh super soft tyres. So I mean, I don't think he goes to the end, but he's going to be mighty quick. That is for sure. His pace is amazing.
How close? I think he could be a real contender for the win. He's got that pace, and he will be on those ultra softs at the end. Let's stay on board here with Jack Lacey. Will he come in now? His tyres are taking an absolute beating. He's only managed 12 laps on these tyres, Big C.
So
he's going to be...
No.
Yeah, is he going to have to do 11 on Reds then? Is that going to be a tough
I think the Reds... I think that'll be okay. I think that'll be fine.
Is it? I think for a pad user, I think you'd need to do 10. I think 10's the maximum I would have been able to do. So this is risky.
We'll see. Who's going to come out behind Pine and Greeny
he could
and
come
Zalan?
Out behind a few drivers, so...
Time Razine's in.
Time Razine's in. So could Time Razine, if he can't win the title, will
oh my god, Sam
Monkey
goes wide to let Shortbread, they will make some mistakes. So Shortbread up to P2 with Maxi Luca leading the race. Where's Jack came out? Jack's came out behind, well behind I think. Yeah, Jack's came out 7th. So.
Yeah, and to know that you need 4 more positions to practically guarantee your title so long as...
Yeah, so Pine has to pass Greeny right now.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Big C, I think he'll have the pace over Zalan, but I think Zalan will have the better tyres towards the end. But Jack Lacey does have the straight line speed. And are there any pressure battles here? I think
Yeah,
Maxi could be an interesting
Pine
one.
versus the Williams of Greeny here, and Pine's just hit him.
Oh my god! Oh my word!
If he has damage, that could be over.
Is that damage?
He could be. I can't tell on the spectator camera. There was a bit of a hefty hit. We'll soon find out.
Yeah.
But he needs to pass Greeny.
How's the car looking, Big C? It looks like it's
on the spectator
well. It
cam.
looks a bit stiff.
We've seen the last sector. Ward on board.
Looks alright.
We'll know. He's on those
And Greeny is a man who has bruised some championship contenders this season, including Palmerazine.
Looks okay.
And I think Pine knows every second he loses here is going to be crucial.
Looks alright.
But he did come out here, all guns blazing, fighting. And I think he did the right thing by starting on those yellow tyres to give himself that
Definitely.
strategic chance.
Yeah, I think Pine's
Greeny
okay.
here, he's going to do everything he can.
Manners him. Someone good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pine has to pass Greeny this lap, as we have the two-time PSGL champion in the lobby. Pine!
Oh
my goodness.
I wouldn't do that. I would just wait to line him up, but you know what? He knows best. He's out there on that track.
Oh my goodness, down the inside of Greeny. Oh, aggressive manoeuvres.
You've got to line it up for the straight. In a championship battle, you can't be losing time going for silly moves through corners like that, Big C. I think the inexperience in this kind of pressure situation there has shown, hasn't it?
He has, but he has to pass Greeny for the championship. That is for sure.
If he doesn't get the move done this lap, then I think inexperience shows, and that could cost him.
He's got to get it done, but Greeny, obviously, friends with Jack Lacey. Yeah, beautiful from Greeny, on those soft compound tyres. But yeah, Greeny obviously doing well. Great exit. So yeah, Pine, I think, too reckless.
Do you think nerves? Do you think it's nerves?
I think Pine knows.
Or is he just trying to get that move done quick as possible? Impatience, more like.
Impatience, yeah.
But you know what? When you're in that situation, you're going for everything you can. You don't know what you're doing. Greeny here, costing him time, corner after corner. He doesn't care. He's fighting for the win here, Greeny. He ain't fighting here for second or third or a podium place.
Yeah, that is true. This is for... Oh, no. That's it.
Oh, unbelievable. Pressure has got to Empine.
Yeah, and I'm afraid that could have just handed Jack Lacey the F1 title. An unfortunate error. I mean, Maxi's in.
It's an unfortunate error. I think he went a bit too hot-headed trying to get that move done. I don't know, was that a little bit of an early breaker from the Williams Greeny? He was defending heavily there, but Empine, what do you do here? You're into the pits. You're going to be out of the points nearly. And your title battle's going up in flames. How must he be feeling, Big C, at this stage?
Yeah.
Describe us through the emotions.
I think he'd be gutted, really gutted, because he was he had a chance to win the championship. Because Shortbread would have been in the mix.
In a split second like that, Big C. In a split second like that.
It's easily done, but a big shame for
And you know what?
Pine.
Jack Lacey laughing all the way to the bank here. He's got 8 laps to go. Palmerazine out of sight. No safety car in sight as well. He's looking good here for the title.
He is indeed, but I mean, the battle for the victory is the main one, because we've got these 3 boys, Jack, Zalan and Greeny, but also I think Shortbread as well.
And Maxi Luca.
Oh yeah, Maxi Luca as well, who's on.
I
think he has, but that's not all about.
And how would you be feeling here? Palmerazine's battling here with Game Freak and Sandland Kid, but I don't know if that's relevant at the moment.
No, I mean...
But there's always drama, isn't there, in the F1 league?
It is. It's a big shame for Pine. He drove, I think, 18 perfect laps. The 19th and 20th just wasn't what we needed. But I mean, you've got to learn from these. Everyone makes these errors. It's just unfortunate. I think Jack...
See, would you have gone over ambitious in a championship finale on that driver? I certainly wouldn't.
I don't think I would have done it.
I would have lined him up for the straight.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think I had some situation with Shortbread in season 15. I just waited until the RS and make sure it was a clean move.
And that's what you've got to do in a race of this magnitude. And well, you know, that's 2 championship drivers, you know, who won the title, who are speaking. How many titles per year? I speak, 10. So
yeah, there's no better duo ever, and there won't be any better duo ever. In a long time, anyway. In a good few years, perhaps if Gamer wins a few more, he'll be getting close, certainly.
And let's stay on board here with Zalan here, having got Greeny. He'll be looking for a win here. Force India have won here before in season 11 with Aaron.
Yeah.
We're looking to light up Abu Dhabi once again. But Jack Lacey here, well, he's just got to cruise here. Not do anything, don't stay too close. I would just fuel save, look after those tyres and take it easy. You're not under any threat here. Time's out of the way, timer's out of the way, and you know what? Both of them have made errors in a race of such magnitude. Jack Lacey, consistent as ever, and to be honest, if he wins the title, he absolutely deserves it, because you know what? Where others have crumbled around him, he's kept it together, driven it smart, driven it clean, and I think it's another example, isn't it, of PSGL's point system rewarding consistency.
Yeah, I can't remember Jack making many mistakes this season. He's been very consistent, and quite frankly, he's not bottled it under the pressure. There's a lot of pressure in this league to be the next champion, but...
And if he does it, he deserves it.
100%. I think the last few races, I mean, 2 wins and perhaps podium today, or even a 4th place, that's what wins titles. Consistency, no mistakes, clean cut moves. That's what wins titles.
And Game Freaker, yeah. Sorry, and Game Freaker has been passed by Time Razine, who's up in 7th, but it's a little too late, as Jojo would say in one of the music videos.
Yeah, Shortbread still leads. It'll be interesting if he goes for a set of all-stops, so he might even try and get to the end. You know, let's just keep an eye on that. Greeny 2nd, Zalan 3rd, Jack 4th, but Max is catching as well. I mean, it's quite open for the race win. Oh my goodness, Greeny and Zalan side by side.
Oh, man, we go here. Zalan here. He will be the net leader, I think, at the end of it. Greeny has defended hard here. He's making a reputation of being hard, but fair racer. But he didn't defend too hard there, yeah. Zalan. Will he defend hard here against his friend Jack Lacey? No.
Not
He's
close
going to have
enough.
another go here. He'll have the DRS, Big C. Zalan here, he's got to keep it defensive. You know what? It's the last race of the season. Fight hammer and bomb.
Oh, there we go.
The
Beautifully done. Late on the break,
No.
side by side. Zalan,
No.
oh no!
Oh,
Where's
yes.
Jack? What up, Jack?
Yes.
Jack, did Jack get
That's
through?
what you like.
Did Jack get through?
He did.
He did. Jack got through. That's alright then. I was a bit worried, but that is what you like. Aggressive move. Nothing to lose.
Yeah.
But that's why Greeny has 22 points all season, I'm afraid. Pace, but not much else.
Yeah, and that's what you like to see. Drivers going for it. Doesn't matter if you're not going to make that move stick. Just try. You just never know what can happen. And apologies for my outburst there on the camera.
Another place for Jack Lacey. So Jack Lacey.
You know what? I'm sure some of you at home might be thinking the same thing. When someone just spins out like that, there's a bit of action on the screen. You just love it. And Jack Lacey licking these lips all the way to the podium here at Abu Dhabi. He's only got 5 laps to go. What would you do here, Pixie? Would you pit here if your tyres are going to be under some stress? He's got to conserve them. He's got to take it easy.
He just needs to chill.
Yeah.
Just chill.
Well, Big C, he does need to chill, but you know, if he has a punch on that final lap, which I'm not discounting because my experience here, being similar to Jack with pad user, I've suffered heavy degradation on those roads.
So it'd be interesting if Shortbread's going to go to the end, because it looks like he's going to try. And Louis, you can't talk about being about luxury drivers. You can fall into that category as well.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about a man who joined the league but failed to complete the full season and left 3 races.
Probably leave next season as well.
Yeah, but you know, he is young and he may that.
Well, one can hope.
Obviously got a lot of promise, but obviously his friend Ali K has a lot more promise.
So yeah, certainly, but unfortunately, titles ultimately what matter at the end of the day. And as it stands, Jack Lacey will win the championship on 113 points. Oogie on 104 with Empine on 98.
Well, you know, history can be made here. I mean, those drivers there, they've been banking on the safety car. It's not come out. You know, sometimes we've seen it does come out with a bit of debris on the track. And what would you do here if you're Jack Lacey? Would you... Shortbread's in? Okay.
Ultras.
Jack Lacey. Okay. Well, what does Jack Lacey do here? Does he let his teammate through? Does he battle hard? Or does he just take it easy?
Just take it easy.
I'd do it. Yeah, I'd let him go. I would literally break off the circuit and say, go on, mate, go. You know. But then obviously you don't know how far Time Razine is, so...
I don't want to worry about... Where's Time Razine? Yeah, P6. I mean, Time Razine was only 12 seconds off the lead. I think Time Razine deserves some credit. in all this.
I think he has fought back very well, but if it's the same mistake time after time, then hey ho. And if Sandbam Kid and Greeny here collide, I mean Sandbam Kid, he is a furious man here, fighting a furious driver in Greeny. Greeny is got to defend it, isn't he? Pixie, he doesn't care. He wants to put his name up in lights. He's had a tough time. And yeah, no, oh yes, I like that. Two movements in the braking zone, fighting hard, and oh, Sandman Kid's lost it, Big C.
Oh no, time
having a go.
Oh, shortbread as well. So that's shortbread out of it.
Shortbread, the yellow flags, Big C. Could this cause a safety car?
It could indeed, but another crash for shortbread. A lot of pace, but not delivering the results. So yeah, that's shortbread out of it.
Yeah, but Greeny, what a defensive manoeuvre. Oh!
Disqualification.
Well, the manner are out again, and well, drama towards the end of this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Jack Lacey must be looking around him and thinking, you know what? I love the drivers on this grid. Sandman Kid's gone wide here. Time Razine.
Yeah, and there's a three-way battle for the lead. 9/10 separating the top three. So that's what.
Sorry.
I mean, if Jack has a collision, Time Razine could still win the championships. But
if I was Jack, I wouldn't. I'd be careful here. I would be careful. He's up into P2, but you know what? The results were the other way around. The last race with Zalan second and Jack winning. I think Jack might have a little bit of pity and take it easily. They've won the constructors of Haas. They haven't got to rush into anything. And if I was Maxi Luca, I would be that rear gunner. And you know what? In the words of Tony Pulis and Sam Allardyce, it is a results business. And at the end of the day, you've got to get the result here, Big C. No matter how you get it.
Agreed, as there's a bit of beef in the chat, but we've got a three-way battle for the lead, the final race on this game. It's been an exciting season, and it's another exciting race, Aaron, hasn't it?
It has been exciting. I think it's been one of the better races we've seen this season. It's everything that a championship finale wants. Drivers spinning out, buckling under the pressure. And I'll just quickly report on Time Razine. He hasn't managed to pass Sandman Kid, so it's a shame for him, but okay, I'll have a look at the penalties, actually.
Yeah. Okay. Just click on the names rather than scrolling through, if you get on me. So click on each name.
You always say that.
Oh, just say it's quicker.
I don't know why it says penalty and warning. They're always faint. He's had 2 warnings. He's had a few warnings. Jack Lacey. I don't even know.
Oh my god, Maxi's tapped Jack. Oh, he's okay.
Oh.
He's okay. So yeah, Jack versus Zalan with Maxi as well. Greeny in P4. P5 is Sam Kid. P6 is Time Razine. Here and I wanted to win season 16, but spun out hopefully 7th. So.
And that's where McLaren lost the constructors in that final sector.
Gold is P7, N-Pine up to P8. Game 3 got is P9 with Samurai in P12.
And how would this settle for Joel in terms of drivers? He's looking good, wouldn't he? For potentially, eh?
Yeah, potentially. I think he's in the fight with Greeny. Yeah.
And Jack doing everything right here. He's not looking to attack. He's got to look after those tyres. I mean, to stay in that DRS window, he's going to make history for himself. And you know what? Well deserved, because it reminds me a lot of myself. Just taking care of that car through the races, not going too hard into battles unless needed. So yeah, he's done a great job. And it's probably a shout out to Empire and Time Razine. This is how you win a title. You might have been favourites for the rest of the season, for early in the season, but no, this is my party. And he's only got 2 laps to go.
He has indeed. There's lots of penalties, that is for sure.
We'll see how they figure themselves at the end.
Yeah, we will indeed. But I mean, one thing is clear: Jack Lacey is the champion as it stands. Yeah. What about Time Razine?
I don't know, but he was taking the inside for a very weird corner. I don't know if he is looking to pick up some rubber, add weight onto that car.
Indeed.
Yeah, he is struggling on those tyres. Are Ferrari going to put him as a precaution?
Yeah, they didn't yesterday, and we know what happened. But yeah, 2 laps remaining. The final race on the F1 26 game. Season 15 was won by Big C. Season 16, Big C when it should have been Ali, but it's Season 17. Deservedly, it's going to be Jack Lacey as it stands.
Yeah, and just another shout out, I have won here in Season 8 and Season 11 respectively. So, you know, Big C might think he is the king of the league, but... You know,
it's time for new kings, Ewan. It's time for new kings.
And you know what, Jack Lacey, eat your heart out. He's done a fantastic job. Only disconnection can't even stop him here, can it?
It's not jinx it.
Penalties can. Will disqualification have an impact? Will a tyre burst out, Big C? I did say his tyres could be
that is true. There's a bit of concern in the chat, but as it stands, the championship will be as this. Jack Lacey on 150 points, Ugi 106 and Pine on 99. So, it will be Zalan taking his second career victory as it stands, because he's got no penalties.
Yeah, and he's being watched by great drivers in the league, by Foulness, by Mr. Grumpy here. And this is a great way to advertise yourself into the history books on the PSGL site, Big C. Talk us through these final moments on the final lap.
It's obviously, obviously 7 times I've been on a final lap knowing that I'm going to be champion of the league. It's always special, it's always a great moment. All that hard work, all those hours of practice, all that unneeded drama, all that backbiting, all comes to this. One last lap.
And Jack Lacey, he would have had trouble sleeping last night, thinking about this all day long. The pressure, his hand must be shaking on that controller as it follows Zalan around one last time in P2. And as I've said elsewhere, you know, what others have crumbled around him, he's held his head up high, and he's going to take a well-deserved title here.
It is indeed.
Any problems with penalties.
So yeah, Jack Lacey, an unlikely champion. Many said Remco, many said Timer Azim, many said Pine, but no, Jack Lacey hadn't won an F1 Grand Prix until this season. He's got Maxi Luca right line as he interrupts me. Will Maxi Luca make a move on the champion to be? No, he doesn't. They stay in position.
No,
Jack Lacey in P2 has been so consistent. Finished in the top 4 nearly at every race but Spa, and didn't start in Brazil. Wins in Baku and Japan.
Yeah. That's a sign of consistency, if nothing else.
Yeah, so it will be Zalan Hun for Force India taking the victory. So it's going to be an outstanding victory from Zalan, a great addition to the league. I hope he's here next season as the Hasses, or the Hass duo, are side by side round the final 2 corners. Side by side is Jack Lacey after 798 days as champion. It's going to be Jack Lacey for Hass, who is the new Formula 1 world champion.
Oh, lovely.
So outstanding from Jack, the new champion.
It's a new era here in the Formula 1 League. He's put his name up in lights under the twilight of Abu Dhabi. And Greeny finishes 4th after that very ferocious drive, but penalties has demoted him, I think.
Yeah, so let's have a little review.
Go on board here with Empire and Big C. 7th place. He did everything right until lap 18, 19 and 20. Came here with fighting talk and it's backfired.
Yeah, so only P7 for Pan. Not enough once again, like an F3.
Sauber in the wall of Jolyon and Manu as he crosses the line. But yeah, Big C, how must he be feeling in that chat? Cheering, no doubt.
Yep, so congratulations to Zalan on the victory, and Jack Lacey being the new Formula 1 world champion as the fireworks go off here in Abu Dhabi for the final time on the F1 2016 game. So an exciting race, and obviously commiserations to Ugi and Pan, who have been fantastic title contenders, and hopefully will learn from the mistakes. And
let's just say a big thank you, Big C, to all of the people tuning in today from all over the world. We hope it's been a good spectacle. Stay with us for the press conference. We'll also try and get in Empire and Time Razine to share their thoughts on that race. Emotions will be running high, so we will Yeah, we'll take it easy.
have a rundown of the results for the final race of season 17. So it's Zalan Hun with his second win of the season. Jack Lacey, the world champion in the F1 League in P2. Max Luca is P3. Summer Kid with a great P4. Greeny down in P5. Tara Azim, 4 races off the podium means he is the runner-up for this season. N Pine in 3rd with Giuliano Manu in P8 with Samurai, who didn't finish because it was his ghost car. So 8 finishes for the final time, and yeah, another era, another game completed. Emotions will be running high.
Yeah, and let's just say well done to those people who kept their penalty numbers low. It was M Pine and Zalan, and you know what, Big C?
You never know. I'm going to invite them. So we're going to have an interview with Zalan, the race winner, Jack Lacey, the world champion, and of course the 2 title contenders who ultimately did not secure the title. So hopefully you stay with us for the interviews to see what they've got to say for the final time on this game.
Yeah,
so
let me have timer.
So Pine's with us, Oogie is with us. We'll just wait for Zalan and Jack, of course.
Yeah.
So we'll just wait for Jack and...
Yeah. But as we wait here in the lobby, we hear that sombre atmosphere in the background.
Hello, Zalan.
Hi, Zalan. Well done on the win.
Hello. Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you.
So we'll just wait for Jack.
Race.
So yeah, here we have it. The 3 top in the championship, of course, taking yeah. Let's clap. The champion's here, Jack Lacey. So yeah, well done, Jack.
Yeah. I'll just start off with the first question, Jack. You've just made history here in the PSGL F1 League. It's been a season of consistency, and you kept yourself on that circuit today to finish in P2. Just describe us through these moments.
Well, I think it was a bit of a hectic race. I mean, a lot of people could have won that, but yeah, I'm just happy I got through it and didn't have any incidents or whatever. And yeah, a nice clean race.
Yeah, obviously it was, I think Pine's one stop looked quite juicy towards the end until he had his little contact. He had a great battle with Game Freak. I mean, Game Freaker's defending was pretty immense. I have to say, he was helping Pine out. So what did you make of the battles with Game Freaker and everyone else? Jack?
Yeah, I knew exactly what he was doing because Greeny was doing the same thing for me. So yeah, it was good. It was good, man. I enjoyed it.
Good. And obviously, it's taken a while for you to get your first F1 win. Was there ever any doubts that you'd, ever win a race or even the championship? Like, is it a complete surprise, or did you always believe in yourself, like from last season, or when you started in PSGL?
Well, certainly not win the title this season. That was just I didn't think that was going to happen. But yeah, I was confident I was going to get a win this season, but I didn't know. But it's definitely not a championship, obviously.
Do you have any words, let's say, for your teammate or friends or even the title contenders? Just any words for them?
Well, I don't know what happened to Oogie. I think I seen Nick spun, but it's a bit annoying. Really, they couldn't be in the fight for the race win. It would have been nice if it was more closer, but you
take the title, whatever circumstances.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, fantastic. Well, we'll do Zalan next, who obviously was an outstanding drive from Zalan. I mean, Zalan, you've been very consistent since joining the league. Another great result today. Yes, how do you feel? Another win?
I feel very, very good. And although I'm very proud of the league, that was quality racing. I don't know, I found it a bit dodgy that Greeny was very, very on tactics with Jack. I waited
you
for the last moment.
You wouldn't believe me quick on the softs, by the way. I don't know how you were that quick on the softs.
I was pushing. I don't know, Max Luca was talking about, but nothing.
Also,
Anyone?
and
Yeah,
one last
and-
thing, Zalan, before we move on to the last two title contenders. Obviously, you know, you've had a great season. You're certainly one of the quickest guys in the league. Obviously, a new game coming out shortly. Do you plan to stay in PSGL and in this league? Is that what you hope to do anyway?
Yes, I obviously want to continue my electro racing driver career here. It's very good here, very good battling.
Yeah.
And I don't know. What did you guys see from the contact that I made with Ugi on lap 1 and with the contact with Greeny?
loved
Something
it.
the same.
I think the one with the Ugi on that one. I think Ugi's move was. Yeah, I don't think he did anything wrong. I don't think Ugi made it
Yeah.
too clear. But we'll see what Ugi's got to say as we
Yeah.
move on to him now
In a
as
short.
the runner-up for this season. So yeah,
Yeah,
Umi.
let me take this away.
Go on, Ian.
Oh, mate, you're right, mate. So it's 4 races off the podium, 4 races where you've made contact. Has that championship slipped away?
Yes, it has. The first contact with Zalan was my fault, I guess. I thought he left room on the inside. He was slow off the last corner because Maxi and him touched.
Yeah.
So there was space on the inside, what I thought, but he just suddenly turned in very wide and turned in. It wasn't his
that's-
fault, it was a
yeah.
racing incident.
Yeah,
But,
and that's 2 races,
good.
isn't it, Timer?
Yeah.
2 races
Yeah.
to first lap. How annoying must that feel for a driver? You prepare all week, and to have that race just taken away from you in that opening lap.
I don't know. It was a fun season, man. Just
Yeah.
like the way Jack has grown throughout the season has been surprising, and hats off to him, deserved winner of the title, I think. And well done to Nick as well. We put up a fight, but I guess his consistency paid off. He was just up there all the time.
And do you have any special words in Urdu for our Pakistani viewers?
Yeah, let's keep.
देखने का सॉरी मैंने थोड़ी सी बुन मराई and
All
Thank
right.
you.
We'll move on to Pine. Obviously, commiserations. They looked for so long. I mean, you did like 18. I'd say 18 perfect laps. You're in contention probably for the win, but I guess you were a bit aggressive in sector 1 while trying to overtake, and obviously behind Greeny, you got caught out. So, what are your thoughts on the race as a whole, and obviously, perhaps losing an opportunity to win the title?
Yeah, I mean, the race was good fun. The first stint, as you said, I just seemed to pull away. I knew I could make the one-stop work. I hadn't sort of let on about it the rest of the week, but I mean, that was my plan since Japan, to try and make the one-stop work here, not set a lap time, just starting the softs. And I mean, definitely would have worked, but when I came out on the super softs, I seen Greeny was in front of me, and at first I thought, I'm not sure if this has happened, I don't know if he had an incident, but I think he might have pitted before me and got the undercut, so I knew that he was going to be helping Jack out. I know him and Jack are quite close, so I knew I had to get by him. He seemed to have brilliant exits out of the 2 DRS straights, which meant I just couldn't get anywhere near him with the DRS. Meaning I had to try and make a move somewhere. Going into
and-
sector 3, I don't know if you caught it on the stream, going into
Yeah,
sector
we
3,
called it.
we didn't even go for a move, but I think I'd literally just tapped his rear. Just sent me around. There's nothing I could have done. It wasn't as if I hit him hard or anything. Literally just tapped him, sent me spinning, and that was the end of my race really. But not too worried. I'm going to be back next season, try and win a title again. But I
that's
think
good.
I've got what it takes. I just need to string a season together.
Yeah, and just on that collision, so you did come under a bit of critique from the commentators in areas where you're trying to overtake Greeny. Could you have waited for the DRS straight rather than going overly ambitious in that opening first sector to just get that run down on him? Is that what may have cost you a potential race win here?
No, I wouldn't say that so much, mate. But I feel I might have had a bit of slipstream glitch on Greeny. I didn't really seem to catch him on the straights, and he seemed to get really good exits. As I said, I just couldn't get anywhere near on the DRS, and I knew I had to make the move. So I mean, I almost did make the move stick around in sector 1. But it wasn't really sector 1 that cost me, it was actually sector 3. And when I actually lost the race, I wasn't actually trying to go for an overtake, it was just a bit of misfortune, I think. But as I said, there's always another season, I guess.
And often when drivers do, make contact in a race and the race slips away from you, how did it feel at that moment where you damaged your front wing? I'm not being harsh, sorry.
No, it was a nightmare really. I didn't started sweating, didn't really want to continue, but
Yeah, but you did
came
it.
back out the
You-
pits and just thought may as well just see what
And
see
full
what happens.
credit to yourself and Timer. I mean, being in a race of that magnitude and being in that position, you kept your heads held up high and fought all the way to the end. So well done.
Yeah. So,
That's my first bit of praise.
yeah. So thanks to the drivers for answering those questions. Obviously, a final. Big congratulations to Jack. Obviously, I've been the champion since F1 2014. You know, nearly 800 days. I've been the champion, but no, no longer the champion. So yeah, well done, Jack. I'm very
Yeah, but also
deep. Yeah, let me finish.
Go on.
Deep down, I'm quite
Go on,
happy
hurry up.
you won it. I think in the end, you're the deserving one, most consistent.
Yeah.
I think you drove like a champion recently, so big well done.
Agreed.
Especially on a game which arguably is more favoured to the wheel rather than the pad. So yeah, big congrats, and yeah, it's been a joy watching you all. It's been very entertaining being on the sidelines. So thank you.
Yeah, and just
Can I
thank
ask
you.
a question?
Yeah, go on.
Can you double my points because I missed half of the season, so I can be champion?
Well, that's something for Empire to decide. He doesn't want Jack to be the champ. But,
Jack,
yeah.
where should I pay the money?
I'll send you a message in a minute.
Thank you. That's all. Thanks.
Okay, so
But well done to Timer, Jack, and also Empire for making that title battle what it was. To have 3 drivers, I don't think we've ever had that in the F1 League, in the race, in the finale, fighting for that title. So
Thank you, Aaron and Dixie. You guys were amazing throughout the season. Well, Dixie throughout the season, and Aaron whenever you were there.
thank you.
yeah, so
And I'm
Yes,
glad
amazing
it was a good
commentary.
season. Signing off on a
thank
high,
you.
I guess.
Yeah, I think there's one last thing. I think Pine, as the admin of the league, you got any final thing to say? Hopes for the future as admin? Final.
Well, I want to say thanks to everyone that drove in the league this year. I also want to say thanks to you guys for commentating. It's been brilliant having you. For the next season, I hope to continue admin, and also hope to have a bit of a say on who gets to drive in F1, because I believe next season could
I
have
hope so.
one of the strongest grids in history. So, yeah, hopefully it keeps going the way it's going. Hope people enjoy their time racing as me as admin.
You should stay admin. You've been a top admin.
No,
Yep,
but
a
you-
worthy successor for me and Aaron, that is for sure. So yeah, I think that wraps things up. So thanks to the guys answering those questions, and I hope you enjoyed the month off. You know, enjoy it, because I'm sure next season is going to be tougher and more dramatic than ever. So yeah, this probably will be my last time commentating also. So yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And
By the way, one last question. Can I ask you guys?
what? Go on.
Aaron and Dixie, are you joining F1 next season? Aaron first.
I don't know. It depends if I'm not the driver I once used to be many seasons ago. I probably haven't got the pace to keep up in the league, but
It's a
you
new
never know.
game, man. You need a bit of convincing. You sound like you're on the fence, you're not really out there. So I'll work over it over the months. Dixie, how do you-
if Teja puts enough money through the bank account tomorrow morning,
It's all about the money, you know.
Yeah, I think no. I've got to be 100%. I've got to be 100% convinced by how the site's running, how the league is running. Because obviously I won't be admin, and obviously the drivers that are in it. I don't sound too arrogant, but I think the grid at the start of the season wasn't exactly what I would have wanted, and one of the reasons probably why I had enough. But yeah, I need to be 100% convinced on a lot of factors, and I mean, I don't want to come back as it sounds, but we'll see.
and,
I do
and Big
still
C,
like
on
it.
those factors. Yeah, and on those factors, Big C, I think you mentioned drivers as well. So that
Yeah, I
kinda
mean-
shows how you won your title.
I want to be racing the best driver. You know, I've won 7 titles, winning 8th is not a big deal. I want to be racing, these guys and better from F2. So, yeah, I think that'll do. So, on that note, final congratulations to Jack Lacey, who writes his name in the Hall of Fame. So, I look forward to seeing that under my name, and obviously Aaron Remco and everyone else. So, for the final time,
All right.
it's a goodbye from me, and a goodbye from Aaron. So,
Yeah,
thank you.
And thanks to all the viewers.
Cheers, man.
Good night.
Well done, Jack.